All right, well, welcome back again to the podcast, here with Blue Beacon Real Estate. I'm so excited to have Roberto Leon here and just talking about your success, how you got started in the industry, where you're finding success, and, and some of the changes you recently met. But I also want to say thank you. You were one of the first people we talked about Blue Beacon with.
Yes, yeah, I think I was one of the first ones. Aside from your team, I think I was the first agent to join Blue Beacon. Yeah.
We started talking about, we made the offer on this building, and then you asked me about me making an offer on this building.
Right.
And I was like, well, I'm making some changes. So, one, thank you. Because, I don't know what I did to deserve that kindness.
Well, change is good, and I was at the point to, I've talked to multiple brokerages, and then we run into each other, and I think it was the best decision I made lately. So
I love that.
Yeah.
So, well, let's for the audience that doesn't know you,
Sure.
that hasn't heard of you,
right?
Right. So let's give them a little bit of background about you, your family, your career,
Sure.
why you got in real estate.
Right. So yeah, I was brought up to the U.S. when I was 17. I went to high school. I went to college. I got an associate's degree in arts.
Nice.
I didn't pursue that. Instead, I went to manufacturing, which I'm still doing it, autopilot, but
Sure.
and it's funny because the reason why I got into real estate is because my oldest daughter, we were driving down the road one day and she's seen a sign of a real estate agent, and she tells me, "Hey Dad, why don't you become a real estate agent so you could drive me to school every day?" Because most of her friends were, they do the drop off and pick up, and she's like, "Why don't you do that so you could drive me to school?" And I'm like, "Yeah, that should be fun, right?" And all of a sudden, I took the class, I passed it, I got my license, and it's been great. It's been an amazing journey because I've been able to help buyers, get the house they envision. And also I've been able to help sellers make a confident decision on the sale of their properties.
Yeah.
So, and so far it's amazing how you as a real estate agent, you educate people and help them make the best decision on one of the biggest investments of their lives.
True.
So, yeah.
So one yard sign, one day,
Yeah.
a little bit of ambition instilled into you by your daughter.
Right.
So what was that next step looking? So, it's one to make the decision. It's
Right.
two to make the leap. So
Right.
what were some of those mindsets or main decisions you had to make?
Well, I was in my comfort zone, and I decided to get out of my comfort zone, and I talked to brokerages, and we were previously at Keller Williams.
Yep.
And I think it was a great place for a new agent to start because, I joined a team, and it was great because I had someone to fall back on, so to speak.
Yeah.
And, mainly for me, it was, do things that you're afraid of so you become the best version of yourself.
Love that.
Yeah.
So, so did you go solo agent first or team agent first?
No, I actually was part of a team.
Okay.
And the first 6 months, it was nothing but learning.
Yep.
I remember that at Keller Williams, they offer class twice a week, writing contracts, listing agreements. So I was there twice a week, learning as much as I could. So so when the time comes that I'm in front of a seller or, working with buyers, I will be prepared and know how to capitalize.
Absolutely. So those first 6 months, probably instrumental in some of your later success that you have found? Or?
Absolutely. That was, that was like the base to later on, like you said, have a huge success. So, and another thing that I want to mention is that I was able to shadow some top agents here in Grand Rapids as well. So that also helped tremendously.
Absolutely. So the team model, the education, the learning, how did you balance that with, because what was your early on success? Did you sell 30 houses right away?
Not really. It was probably half of that.
Really? That's still good.
Yep. And it was mainly, team leads. It was mainly people that I didn't know. I had a very small sphere of influence.
Okay.
I was able to get, probably in my first year, I was able to get just one deal or a couple of deals out of my sphere of influence. It was mainly, team leads. On my second year, like I said, I was able to probably do the same amount of transactions, but it was more of my own leads from out of my sphere of influence and leads that I went out and got myself, by prospecting and door knocking as well.
Sure. Okay. So for the audience that's listening, fast forward them to today, and then we'll work it back again. But
Sure.
what does today look like? So you were on a team. Now you're solo agent.
Correct.
What is this year looking like for you?
I thought it was going to be a lot harder, but it hasn't been because, I came out of a great team. And,
you did.
And, I had a great experience with them. I learned a lot from them. And I think that helped me to be successful as a solo agent.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So someone else that's on the camera here, they want to learn from you. Your success principles, what would be a few of them for someone that's launching in this career?
Consistency. You got to be consistent. And also you got to have a strong mindset, because if you don't, you're just gonna, get out of the industry within a couple of years. You must have a strong mindset.
Yeah.
Because, that was one of the things that happened to me on my second year. I had a few deals that fell apart. And I felt frustrated. I didn't know how to digest it.
Sure.
But talking with the right people, and they told me, hey, it doesn't need to be personal.
Yep.
Just you got to be able to navigate through it, and keep doing what you're doing. Be consistent. But you must have a strong mindset.
Yep.
Otherwise, it's gonna get to you, and eventually you'll get out of the business.
Well, it's building that thickness, that resistance, right? It's like, because this is a friction-based business.
It is.
It's a contact-based business too. So let's walk through some of that mindset as you're talking about, because you put in, call it 40 hours of work for a buyer or seller.
Right.
The deal falls through. What does that do?
Well, it makes you feel like you could have done something else if you had more experience, but you didn't. And you learn from your mistakes.
You do.
So, that happened to me once. It's never going to happen to me again. So, yeah.
But do you find yourself better on your contracts today because of those?
Absolutely. 100%.
Yeah.
Yes.
I love that.
Yeah.
So building that strong mindset, building the resistance and the strength, because obstacles will come. Now you have success.
Right.
What are the new obstacles that you're encountering in the success today?
Well, I think that it's a good thing to have a lot of clients, a lot of buyers, a lot of sellers, potential sellers as well. So that's a good thing to have. And one of my future goals is to be able to have my own team.
Yeah.
But at the same time, right now, I don't know how to structure that team yet.
Yeah.
So. Yeah.
Well, you're building a good problem, right?
Right.
You're building a strong database.
Yes.
So that way when they're reaching out to you for referrals, you have to get to a certain capacity where you're like, all right, this shouldn't just be me.
Right.
So when you're considering that and you say, maybe not right now, when do you think that'll be?
Well, I think it's going to happen soon. I want to give it probably about a year or less. And I also want to get my broker's license as well. So, yeah.
Working on that?
Yeah.
Love that. That's good.
So, yeah, you got to go big or go home.
So there's some big changes that are coming up in the industry. So how are you preparing yourself for those changes in the industry?
Well, we've been role playing,
Yeah.
In regards to what we're going to say and be prepared for that. And I'm embracing those changes. I'm not afraid.
No.
I'm not afraid at all. I think that we're going to be more efficient.
I think so too.
And, it's going to, overall, it's going to help us be more efficient and be more transparent.
Yeah. Your volume this year is trending to be over 10 million. Like it's going to be from my perspective, looking at you, I'm like, heck yeah, go man, go, right? And truthfully, that might even be a low ceiling for you.
Possibly.
Yeah. And just keep breaking through that. So with these transitions, with what's to come, buyers, sellers, why is now still a good market for you and them to consider working with you?
Mainly because, I tend to educate most of the, when I'm working with a buyer, I always, make sure that they could save thousands and thousands of dollars by working with me, because I know what title companies do. I know what lenders do.
Yep.
So, there are some things that you could tweak in the loan process, so you could save thousands of dollars. Again, if I'm working with a seller, I can, potentially get the most money for their house.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think one other key aspect that I've gained in our relationship is how many people you help off market.
A bunch, multiple people. Yeah. Yes. So this year, a lot of my transactions, I want to say like 40%, were off market deals. So because I'm an active agent. So,
exactly.
Yeah.
Well, and that's crucial for anyone considering to use a real estate agent, right?
Right.
Because the common conception is that you only see what inventory is online, right? But some of the hottest properties don't
even hit the market.
They don't.
Right.
So there's immense value in that too, right? Negotiating
Absolutely.
that, putting together win-wins.
Yes.
So, all right, Blue Beacon, you've been here, you capped. Why is that important to you?
Well, it's a huge milestone for myself. I have been capping ever since my second year into real estate, and but previously I was in a team. Being a solo agent and being able to do that is huge for me.
Yeah.
And it just proves that if I did it, anyone can do it.
Yeah.
You just got to put your mind to it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So you're now taking in 100% commissions, right? You're projecting out the rest of the year. Things are looking good. They're trending continuously upward for you. You're looking at next year, 2025, 2026. What type of goals are you setting for yourself?
Well, expand my business and utilize social media, AI.
Sure.
So that's one of the things that I want to capitalize on.
Yep.
To, because if people don't know you, they're not going to do business with you.
Yep.
So.
No, I agree. We've been having a higher emphasis and focus too on what is our actual marketing strategy for our sellers, right?
Right.
How are we, because online is the presence of 95% of buyers' focus.
Absolutely.
Can we stand out?
Right.
Online.
Right.
And I think you and I, our brokerage, we do. So
100%. Yeah.
So, all right. You also like to vacation.
Oh yeah.
Tell them about that.
Well, it's just amazing to be able to go on a vacation every year and on a family vacation, because it kind of helps with you got to be able to go out there and recharge, so to speak.
Yeah.
And I tend to do that every year. And I try to do it in June, because that's when my kids get out of school and they don't have to miss time at school. So it's just been amazing to be able to go to different places and meet new people. And it's awesome because once you get back, you're ready to go. You're ready to crush it.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
Well, I love that. So in addition to finding time for yourself, finding time for your family, you're also finding time for your investments and focusing on that too.
Right.
So not everyone in real estate, 1% of agents on average, take that leap. One, it's a leap to get into real estate.
Right.
Then it's another thing to start investing in real
Yes.
estate. How did you make that transition and that decision?
Well, because, in order for you to do well later on in life and, build generational wealth, I think the easiest way for you to do that is through real estate. So that was the main reason why I wanna get into rental properties, multifamily mainly, because that's you don't do it because of a quick rate of return. It's long-term
Long-term vision.
Yes.
So what is your long-term vision for your real estate portfolio?
Probably between 20 to 30 doors.
Yeah.
Yeah, minimum.
What would that do for you?
It will probably allow me to retire early.
Yeah, I love that.
Yes.
I was actually thinking about
Yeah,
that.
because I mean, I'm 40, and I don't want to wait until I'm 65 to retire. So
I saw something the other day. People on average live until they're 78 or 80.
right.
So really,
Yeah.
40 is midlife.
Yes, it is.
No, but that means positive outlook for the future. Hey, I got to hustle now.
Yes. Yeah.
So, well, that's good. So, obviously, I'm blessed to just be in your presence and in working with you because we've synergized on a lot of things. We've even done deals together this year.
Absolutely, yeah.
So, I'm looking forward to more of those.
Yeah, me too.
So, looking for those that are watching, what's the best way for them? Actually, even before that, I have found that a lot of people take 1, 2, 3 main points of success in their career, and they modify that into like either mannerisms or mantras. What's something that you've adopted in your real estate career that you take forward in every single one of your transactions, or like a golden nugget, some type of knowledge or wisdom you could share with someone?
Well, mainly, one of the things that stick with me when I took continuous education, that you have to share your knowledge. Knowledge without practice is just a disgrace.
Yeah.
So, and that's one of the things that I do. I love to educate people, even if you have a letter from the city of Grand Rapids, Wyoming, that hey. My taxes went up. Can you please walk me through it? Hey, absolutely. I love it. I love to help you out with that, and educate people because if you have knowledge and if you don't share it, it's just a disgrace.
And it's the reciprocality of, I don't need anything from this, right?
Right.
Yeah, it's like, who says this? I forget who says it, but it's that abundant mindset. There's more than enough out there for everyone.
Right, absolutely.
Me holding that closer to chest does not do, that actually hurts me more.
Yes, agree.
And I think that's something we've incorporated here.
Yeah.
Good like-minded people.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So, all right, for those that have watched us this long, what's the best way for them to get a hold of you?
Well, you can reach me out at 616-828-9974, or my email address is leonbbr1@gmail.com.
Very good. Awesome. Thank you so much. I just
Glad
love
to be here.
Love being able to share your success with everyone else, because
absolutely.
There are agents out there that are considering changes.
Yeah, and Blue Beacon is a place to be.
Well, I wasn't even going to say that, but thank you.
It is.
It's but it's taking successes of other people's that have navigated waters ahead of us, right?
Right. Absolutely.
So don't be surprised if people ask you more questions.
Oh. I would love to help them out.
Good. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you. Have a great one.
Love it. Thanks, Roberto. That was good. I keep them short and sweet.
Yeah.
But it's good information.
Yes.
And it's something that I'm doing with these videos is something I plan on sharing with Garrett and Ariana when I'm older. It's like, this is like a showcase of me at this age, you at this age, because they will never see us in a mature state of us at this state. Which I think that's a pretty cool journey.
That's one of the things that I've been working on with my kids. I've been focusing on telling them to be loud, to be confident.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't. I was totally the opposite. My sphere of influence, my circle, was just a handful of people.
Yeah.
So I didn't know anybody. I just knew a few people. I want to say a handful of people, and that was it. So. All right. My main goal is to be known by 99% of Hispanics here in Grand Rapids. So
the way you conduct yourself, the way you speak, the eloquence of your character, will just anytime you bring confidence to a room.
And I'm unapologetic when it comes to myself. I'm unapologetic. So
just the way you carry yourself, though, it even if you were apologetic, it wouldn't matter,
right?
Because your empathy, your humility, your good-naturedness, but at the same time you deliver.
Right.
That's what I've seen. So,
Yeah.
good. This is good. Thank you.
I love it.
In fact, and this is now a blooper reel. You know that, right?
Oh.